What's up, everybody?
Welcome to the pit.
What are we going to do today? Well, today is just another good old-fashioned run-of-the-mill bench press day. Last week, we had 255 on the bar. We got it 8 times. The week before that, we had 250 on the bar. Got it 8 times. I think that's right. Well, what are we going to do this week? We're going to put 360 on the bar and see how many times I can rep it out. I know everybody's probably tired of hearing this by now, and eventually I'll move on, but this is what the Mike Mincer High Intensity Training is all about. This week, whatever weight you've got on the bar, if you can get it 8 times, going to failure on that 8th rep, come in next week, add 5 pounds to the bar, and see how many you can do. You're probably going to get it about 5 times. You know, if you've grown a lot, if you've kept your nutrition correct, if you've got enough rest, who knows, you might get more than 5. And then rinse and repeat. It's that simple. So let's see how today's gonna go. But first, I gotta get out of this coat and we gotta get some warm-ups in. Let's go. As I'm sitting here warming up during my bench press, something occurred to me. You know, when I was doing the 5-3-1, I was doing the 3x5, doing other little pyramid workouts, program, just, you know, stuff like that. Really hammering the sets and the tonnage. And I thought, well, I moved up a certain amount. I got a certain amount stronger every so often. Well, since I started back doing this whole 1 set to failure deal, I've gotten stronger every week too, with 1/3 of the volume. By pushing 1/3 of the tonnage, I went from the whole 3x5 deal to the 1 set to failure, and I was stalling out on the 3x5, and with this 1 set to failure, I'm able to add reps or weight to the bar every single time. At this stage in the game, that's saying something because I am years past beginner games. The whole novice progression for me is a distant memory, baby. This is a good thing because, as I said, I'm only putting forth 1/3 of the effort and still accomplishing muscular growth and a strength gain. What more could you ask for? Why would I want to do more for the same results? Doesn't make any sense. That goes to show me that once you've stimulated growth, you should stop. That'll actually leave you enough energy and resources to maybe go work another body part, you know? Let's say you're doing shoulder presses and you want to do squats that day, or vice versa, or you're doing bench press and you want to do deadlifts, or vice versa. If you're only doing 1 set to failure in those exercises and you're still growing and getting stronger, what the hell more could you ask for? Are you going to complain because I should have done 3 sets of 5? Well, hey, 3 sets of 5 are great. But when you stop progressing on 3 sets of 5, when the volume just gets too much, even the guys at starting strength will tell you, hey, you need to back off the volume. Well, isn't that what 1 set to failure is all about? High intensity, heavy weight with low volume. And lo and behold, it works. You're seeing this at the exact same time I'm seeing this. You are watching me get stronger as I do it week by week. There's no faking to it. All the haters can say what they want to. All they've got to do is go back and watch the other videos. What can you say to that? Where's the lie? Well, this guy adds 5 pounds to the bar every week or two. This guy adds reps to his workout every week or two. He's steadily getting stronger. The evidence is right here in front of my face. And he's doing it on 1 set to failure. You may not like it, but that's what's happening. I know that when I started this mess 10 years ago, started doing the whole 1 set to failure, I put on a lot of strength and muscle. And then I got bored with it and started doing other things. But where would I be now if I would have just stuck with it? I got 2 or 3 little notebooks just full of data of all my strength increases. Now, of course, that was at a particular time when I was untrained. So a lot of that is going to be novice progression. I get that, beginner gains. But even still, it works. Even still, now you can see that it's working. You know, people are like, well, there's no hypertrophy in it. Dude, I'm 265, 270 pounds. Okay? Now, I've got like 19 and a half inch arms, about a 21 inch neck. My chest is about 52 inches, give or take. 14, 15 inch forearms. What are you asking for? What more can you ask for? Would I be any bigger if I did 5 sets of 20? Maybe, but I'm not interested in that shit. Why would I? When I could come in here and do 3 sets of 5 or 1 heavy set to failure. Why would I? I'm not a bodybuilder. Do I look like a bodybuilder? I'm just a normal guy that wants to be strong. I just enjoy strength training. I enjoy every damn thing about it. It makes my life better. I cannot think of a negative thing to say about it. Now, of course, I can hear people, when you get older, your joints are going to be bad. Dude, when I get older, my joints is going to be bad anyway, right? Ain't that all part of getting older? I sure would like to be able to bench 315 pounds when I'm 65. Be able to squat 450, 500 pounds. I see it in the gym all the time. And do you know who's doing it? The men that have continued to work out through their 40s and 50s. Well, you could say, yeah, but in the future, this is probably going to happen. I can't live and work with probablys, okay? I have to work with what I've got today. I have to work with what I know today. And I know today that strength training, according to all scientific studies that I can find, is nothing but beneficial and will be nothing but beneficial to me or to you in the future. And I don't have to be lean in order to reap the benefits of it. That's not part of the deal. You do not have to be lean in order to reap the benefits of strength training. Okay? That's a big secret. If you're overweight, but you still lift weights, you're going to be way healthier than a person that's overweight that doesn't. Did you know that? Being skinny is not part of the deal. And going back to the whole hypertrophy part of it, if I lost 20 pounds of fat, how well would my muscles show up? Sure, I'd probably lose 5, 6 pounds of muscle, but still. Hell, if you're 5'9" and 230 pounds and ripped, that's pretty good. But that doesn't really interest me. That kind of lifestyle, constantly counting calories, I don't care anything about that. I get my minimum amount of cardio, probably a little bit more than minimum from my lifting, things like that during the week. As I said in the past, you need 300 minutes a week of moderate cardiovascular work or 150 minutes of intense cardiovascular work. And that's all you can do to improve your chances of not having any cardiovascular disease and other things that are associated with it. No, any more work you do after that doesn't mean a thing. You could do 200 minutes of intense cardiovascular work a week, and it will not improve your chances anymore. And you'd be surprised just what 150 minutes of moderate cardiovascular work will do. I'm pretty sure that will actually increase your chances of about 50% less cardiovascular problems. You need to look up the data, okay? I've got it in one of my videos. You need to get out of breath about 15 or 20 minutes a day. Raise your heart rate up to about 130, 145 beats for about 15, 20 minutes a day. If you do some intense, heavy strength training, it will happen for you. I promise you, when you do everything you can on a deadlift, you're going to be out of commission for a little while. I promise. If you're pushing the heaviest amount of weight that you possibly can for a certain amount of reps, buddy, it's going to take your wind away like that. I'm telling you. The oxygen demand on your body is incredible. Anybody can get under the bar and squat 25% of their max, 35% of their max for 5 sets of 20. I mean, you know what? You're just getting warmed up. Those are just warm-ups. Put 80% of your max on the bar. Get under that shit and do it for as many reps as you can. See how that makes you feel. And don't cheat yourself. Don't quit when it gets hard. Keep going. Keep going until you're just damn near sure you're not going to make it. Keep going until that whole shit feeling creeps up on you. That uncertainty. When you start getting into that realm, that's when you know you're pushing yourself. When a fear comes over you. When an anxiety comes over you when you're lifting. That's when you know that you're getting to a place that you've never been before. I'm not telling you to get in there and injure yourself, but there's risk in anything. If you're smart with your safety equipment, you'll be fine. And it's not going to hurt you to set a squat or a bench press down on the safety bars every now and then. It'll be good for you. It'll build character. All right, let's move on. Have you ever heard anybody say, use your fear? And you just did not know what the hell they were talking about. You just couldn't wrap your mind around that concept. Think about it like this. When you get under the bar, when you set a task for your body, and you push yourself to the point that you start experiencing fear, it's at that point in time that a multitude of benefits start coming your way, physically and psychologically, probably spiritually too. You're going to a place you've never been before. Even if you tried to take yourself there the week before and the week before, this week is a new week. You're stronger. You're going past those old points into a new future, into a place that you've never seen before. If you weren't, then you wouldn't be experiencing that fear, would you? You'd have it covered. Your body would be like, oh, this is nothing. That's the beauty of strength progression. And I'm telling you, it will build your character. It'll teach you something about yourself that you would never know under any other circumstances. One of the most beneficial things in life is for a person to know how much damn adversity can they tolerate and still keep going. It's one of the beauties of strength training. Hell, that wasn't even a good stretch. Listen to me. This is the most underutilized, underrated weight in the gym. I'm telling you, start throwing some 2.5 pounders on there every week, every other week, demanding that you lift a little bit more weight, a little bit more weight. Every week, you'll start seeing some dramatic changes. Use these 2.5s. You hit a little low with the 2.5 pounders, you can't seem to break past that, order you a few of these little 1/2 pounders. They're not very expensive. Hell, you can keep 4 of them in your gym bag and you'll never know it. Keep these with you. Throw them on there. They'll make a hell of a lot of difference if you use them. Here we go. My one working set. I'm gonna try to get as many as I can. I need to get at least 5. But I want more. I got my brother helping me because I might want to get a negative after the fact. I haven't done a good workout with a couple of negatives in a while because I work out by myself. So I'll get him to help me. All right, boys and girls, there you have it. In 5 weeks, I increased my bench press 15 pounds. That's significant. That's more than significant. And remember, this is not beginner gains. I'm 46 years old, man. Been doing this for a hot minute. But by continually just not beating myself with set after set after set, and having plenty of days in between my workouts, I'm able to recuperate and grow. So in 5 weeks, I've increased my bench press this much, and in 2 weeks, I've increased it this much. So hey, give this one set to failure stuff a try. If it's not for you, then don't do it. Give it a try for 3 or 4 weeks. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. But before I go, I want to remind everybody, never be afraid
To get in the pit. Happy New Year.